Hey guys, I'm sorry for the lack of videos. I've been going through so many technical difficulties, but I'm back. And this episode is really gonna kick off my summer season. It has to do with outdoor summer loving food. So this episode, I'm gonna show you how to make ceviche. It's a spin-off of the Peruvian version with a little twist of my own. It's very delicious, really refreshing, and muy picante. Like me. No? Not hot enough? Ugh. Tilapia Ceviche because it was the freshest one at the store. You don't have to use tilapia. Use whatever you find that's fresh. You can even do a shrimp ceviche, scallop, squid, anything you want. But tilapia, it's so delicious. All you want to do is get the fillets, make sure there are no bones, and you want to cube them relatively small. The reason for this is because we're going to add some acidity to this. We're not going to cook this at all. Only with citrus juices. So the smaller you cube them, the more thoroughly it's going to get cooked. That way it's not just all white around and then, you know, still kind of raw in the middle. Set that aside in a bowl and keep it in the fridge until we're ready to use it. Then you also need 1 large red onion. You're going to slice them very, very thin. Also, 2 cloves of garlic. Mince them very fine because again, we're not going to cook this, and so we don't want anyone biting into huge chunks of garlic. You'll also need a handful of cilantro. Keep a little bit to the side to garnish later. For the heat factor, we're going to add some Peruvian rocoto. Now, if you've never had this before, it usually comes in the supermarket here in the States, frozen. If you have them fresh, great. If you want to use another type of chili, go ahead. Habaneros work great. This is really spicy. Even though the pepper is kind of large, you can see here that the black seeds, those, don't be fooled, they're like black seeds of death. This one too, you just want to mince really fine so that you have little red specks throughout the whole ceviche. Then you want to juice 5 limes, 2 lemons, 1 medium orange, and 1 whole grapefruit. Keep the grapefruit juice aside in the freezer until the very last minute. You're going to see what we're going to do with that later. In order to marinate the fish evenly, I recommend using a shallow dish like this. If you use it in a bowl, the juice is really just going to collect in the bottom, and then you're going to have to keep mixing it. So this is the best way. What you're going to do is just add all your ingredients. So we have the cilantro and the red onion here. Many times, and every time I've made it, it's always gone. I made this once for I made this once when I catered for a small wedding party, about 50 people, and I cut them really tiny and served them in these really nice dishes so that each person could just have their own portion. So it's really easy to make ahead of time, stress-free, great summer dish. Okay, to that, I'm just gonna add some olive oil, just a little bit, and your juice. Alright. Oh, it already smells really good. I love anything citrus. Okay. You're gonna add your salt and pepper. You can always add more later if you want to taste it. This will also help bring out some of the liquid from the fish. So for a little extra spice and tang, I'm going to use some grapefruit habanero. You've seen me use this probably in 2 episodes already. It's really, really good. If you don't have this is Marie Sharp's. If you don't have this, really use anything you want. Or if you don't want it that spicy, omit this part, but I like my spicy. important to have your fish cubed evenly too. Okay, all you have to do is cover it, leave it in the fridge for at least an hour to cook through, and you're done. For an extra bit of spiciness, we're gonna have a really nice crunchy garnish of kale chips. Now, the way you do this is you chop up your kale, remove that the hard rib, and make them into tiny pieces, a little smaller than, you know, regular sized chip. You're gonna massage it gently. This way, every little surface of that kale leaf will get coated. Then preheat your oven to 300 degrees. Pop it in there and let it bake for about 20 minutes until it gets really crispy. And it's sort of gonna dehydrate it a little bit. You'll see it shrink in size. It's gonna be really crunchy and so good. You'll see how we plate it later. Ceviche is so yummy when it's in my mouth. Ceviche is so lovely, I just wanna run about. Ceviche. Here's our kale that we baked earlier. You can see it's really crunchy and dehydrated. This is also our grapefruit juice that we squeezed out and put in the freezer. To do with that is take a fork and sort of like a granada, shave it off. So good. It's got that really big kick. But the coolness is really balanced out. If you want to, you can add some extra of that sort of grapefruit granada right on top. It's so good and refreshing. Even though it's spicy, it's got that cooling effect. And the kale. You heard that crunch? Such a perfect combination. The spiciness from the peppers, the spiciness from the sriracha and the kale. It's not too much, it's just perfect. Alright, I hope you guys really enjoy this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Thanks so much for watching. My puppy Aura and I hope you had so much fun watching this recipe. And if you want some more, visit my blog, justeatlife.com, like on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter.